What's up, everyone? It's Josh here from Know What's About It, and we have some news. No, it's not that Mike Evans got extended by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That did happen. No, it's not that Jason Kelsey's retiring. Also happened. Very emotional speech. Go watch it if you haven't, after watching this video, of course. It is that the Miami Dolphins have announced that defensive tackle Christian Wilkins will not be getting the franchise tag, which means he will be a free agent this season and will probably be one of the first free agents signed come March 13th. This is an interesting discussion for Bengals fans. A lot of Bengals fans want Christian Wilkins to come, and it's completely understandable. And let's look at these numbers real quick. So Christian Wilkins, his PFF grade this past season was 74.9 overall, run defense of 71.5, and a pass rush of 72.8 grade. DJ Reader, he had a better season, actually, despite the injury. 82.2 overall, 75.3 run defense, and a 79.1 pass rush. But Christian Wilkins does break him down, or does beat him out, in most of the statistical parts of the PFF grade, and that is he had more tackles, he had more sacks, and he had more forced fumbles. And he actually has double the amount of sacks that DJ Reader has in his career. Christian Wilkins was a 2019 draft class alumni. DJ Reader was from 2016. But Christian Wilkins has 20 sacks, where DJ Reader has 9.5 in his career. So definitely a guy that Bengals fans are understandably excited about. This guy gets it done. He gets to the quarterback, hurries him. He has 32 hurries, 16 hits, and 10 sacks, compared to DJ Reader, who has 27 hurries and 2 sacks. So I get it. I get it, Bengals fans. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of who is going to get signed, we have to think about a few things. One, health. Is this guy even going to be a healthy player when we start the season? And that's DJ Reader. That's the guy I'm bringing into question here. He had that torn quad injury, and to my knowledge, there hasn't been an update on that. If you've seen something, let me know down in the comment section, because I've been looking for stuff and I can't find anything. And we don't know if DJ Reader will be ready to go for any team week 1 of this upcoming season. And so that could have an issue with contract negotiations for DJ Reader and the Bengals. I think Christian Wilkins has been healthy for a good portion of his career, and that also is a bonus to him. The other thing you have to look at is the salary cap. And yes, I get it. The Bengals have a ton of salary cap, but we also have that kind of becoming an elephant in the room, T. Higgins. Is T. Higgins going to be on this team next season? If he is, that's $21 million out the window right there, off the cap. So right now, that's what the Bengals are paying. So they have 50-something million in cap space. Now, how much of that money do you want to put towards your defensive tackle room? If you sign Christian Wilkins, you're probably putting about half of that in a $20 to $25 million contract towards Christian Wilkins. You also need to sign another defensive tackle, whether that be BJ Hill, or you have to go get one in the draft. And you're going to want a good defensive tackle to back up DJ Reader or Christian Wilkins. Either way, you're going to have to get one in the draft. And there are guys I like, and we'll get into that in a minute. Now, we have those two things out of the way. Those are the two questions the Bengals will have to ask. Does Christian Wilkins have ties to the Cincinnati Bengals? He does, actually. And that is that Bengals defensive line coach Marion Hobby actually coached at Clemson when Christian Wilkins was there. And not only that, DJ Reader was teammates with Christian Wilkins. So now what Bengals fans are saying online, and they're connecting dots, sitting there and you're like connecting stuff, trying to figure out how to get this free agent to your team, because, you know, we need to get a Super Bowl. We need T to get a Super Bowl. We need Jamar Chase to get a Super Bowl, and we need Joe Burrow to get a Super Bowl. So that's what Bengals fans are doing. But then, okay, you've got DJ Reader and Christian Wilkins. We go back to that salary cap. Let's say DJ Reader, Spot Track has him at $14 million a year right now. And then we've got another, let's say, $22 million in Christian Wilkins. That's $36 million of your cap that you have towards your defensive tackles. Add on rookies, add on all the guys who you have to re-sign or presume that you're going to be re-signing, potential right tackle free agency signing. There's just all sorts of stuff you have to look at, and there's a lot of unanswered questions for the Bengals. I would love Christian Wilkins to come here. Like, if they got this done, if they figured out a way to do this, I would be ecstatic. Let me just be clear about that. He is an explosive guy. He is fast. He is quick, and he is big. He's a great run stopper, but I don't see a situation really, honestly, where this does happen with T. Higgins on the Bengals as well, unfortunately. So I guess we could look at the possibility of trading T, which a lot of fans don't want to do. Fans are going to have to pick here, in my opinion. Would you rather have T. Higgins for another season, or would you rather trade him this season and potentially have Christian Wilkins for the next few seasons as well? Christian Wilkins is getting up there as well. He's 28 years old, and the Bengals don't like to sign people usually who are above 30. So maybe they only sign him to a 2-year deal. Then what happens? I mentioned draft picks. We've got some big names in the defensive interior for draft picks. Now, Christian Wilkins does have a great pass rush, phenomenal pass rush. And I think he would make some of the AFC North quarterbacks tremble if he signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. Being said, DJ Reader is the run stopper of the two. He is better, in my opinion. We need, well, if we don't sign either one, we're going to need both. We're going to need a pass rusher and a run defender at defensive tackle. Which is why, if you've looked at my mocks on Twitter, I have been mocking two defensive linemen, two defensive tackles to the Bengals. So, first guy I really like who had a phenomenal combine is Braden Fisk out of Florida State. One of the best pass rushers in the ACC. His agility was phenomenal. He was able to get low, and he was fast, and his hoop drill was amazing. He had great hands. I just loved everything about Braden Fisk's combine. He is someone who I would love to see the Bengals get in round 2. Round 1, I'm still devoting to that offensive tackle. But round 2, if Braden Fisk is on the board, I would love to see him go after him. And he can be that pass rushing defensive tackle that we need. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Braden Fisk ends up being the same level as Christian Wilkins. Maybe not in his rookie year, but in year 2 or year 3, I bet we get these same numbers out of a guy like Braden Fisk. And I would love for the Bengals to go after him. Now, also, we need that run stopper that I mentioned. So, DJ Reader, he's the run stopper. T'Vondre Sweat. I think T'Vondre might fall out of the second, late first round where he would kind of been being projected. He didn't have a great combine. He had a fast 40, and his 10 split was phenomenal. But other than that, I didn't really like what I saw agility-wise. He fell down a few times in the agility drills. Braden Fisk was way better. But T'Vondre Sweat, he is a bulky guy. I mean, he's like, I think 366 pounds, 6'7", something like that. I'm just sticking him on the line. And if it's a run down, stick him there. Just say, come run at me. I dare you. He's going to be that wall. And that's kind of what we got out of DJ Reader. I think if we sign DJ Reader, then you go after Braden Fisk. If you sign Christian Wilkins, then you go after T'Vondre Sweat. And you can maybe even get T'Vondre Sweat a little later. But you're not going to be able to get both of them. And I really don't think you're going to be able to get Christian Wilkins at all, to be honest. But we'll see. Crazier things have happened in the NFL. The point is, Christian Wilkins is an athlete. And whatever team does get him is getting a great player. He's quick, he's fast, and he is a sack machine. Bengals really need to get answers about DJ Reader, though, and whether he will be able to play next season. And that will help us figure a lot of this out. So if this video was informative for you at all, or you enjoyed it, I know it's kind of negative. Bengals aren't getting that dream guy, but I'd appreciate it if you both liked, subscribed, and commented. Who would you want the Bengals to go after, whether in the draft or free agency, for the defensive tackle position if they can't get Christian Wilkins? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, go do something nice for someone.